Wow, Alex Invest video on a Sunday. We haven't done this in a while, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update on what sort of some of the stocks I'm looking at in the next few weeks here, specifically next week as well. And we're going to start with the hydrogen industry, specifically FCEL, because they have earnings coming out next Thursday. And this could be really good news for them. But again, it really depends on those earnings. What's really important to note about the hydrogen industry is that it is quite oversold right now, especially it was when, Plug was at that $22 level. FCEL was at that $7 level. But do I see us hitting those levels again now? I'm not sure. Stocks are coming back up, specifically tech and innovation right now. But still not a bad time to buy. You have to ask yourself where you think hydrogen is going to be in the next 20 years. And I think it's going to be part of the norm. Perhaps not in electric vehicles like fuel cell EVs, but more, towards power storage, right, with hydrogen, as well as kind of industrial uses and power generation, those generators that FCEL is working on, right? And as well as that is carbon capture, which is one of the biggest things I like about fuel cell energy. And also what I really like about Oxy Petroleum, because they're both working on carbon capture right now. And I think that's going to be a big driver for revenues moving forward in these kind of stocks. Now, Oxy Petroleum isn't one that we talk a lot about on this channel, but I do think they're really good. I would not buy them right now because they have a dividend coming out in about next week. And usually before a dividend comes out, the stock price does have a little bit of run, which we've seen. That on top of the fact that oil prices have been going up. Now, that's not going to last. So I do think, after the dividend, we will see Oxy come down a little bit before kind of all this real carbon capture comes to fruition. I don't think it's going to be for a little bit while longer, but do watch out for this stock. I would say, again, wait for the dividend to be over if you're going to buy for the longer term, and also wait for oil prices to come down a little bit again. So that is that. I also wanted to mention that, Plug is another one I'm bullish on, and PowerCell as well. Now, this is a European company working in the hydrogen space, and I think that they are kind of a leader there and will continue to be there as a leader. We see Plug moving into the European market already as well, because there is kind of a lot of potential over there, and PowerCell is taking advantage, it seems like. So that is that. Moving on, MVMD right now. I did a video on this last Tuesday, but they have kind of had a lot of downward pressure with an increase in supply of shares, less demand, right? We see the stock price coming down. But again, I think the 0.35 level right now is an insane place to buy shares. We are above that right now. We could see that level again, though. We've had two bounces off so far there. And so I've kind of got a limit for that 0.36 level. If we do hit that, I will be picking up shares there. I did also pick up shares at the 0.4 level last week. So watch out for MVMD. I do think we're going to see kind of good news there soon. Dennis did say revenues within 90 days. Now we don't know what kind of revenues we're going to see there, but and we might not see that high of revenues, and that could really hurt the share price, but not at the levels we're at now. We did get some good news, and then the share price did fall from that, but now we're already at such low levels that I don't kind of see that happening further, especially not kind of lower than that 0.35 level. Again, I could be completely wrong, but we'll just have to wait and see what we see there. I'm telling you guys, I'm buying at the 0.36 level right now. Moving on, AMC, we did kind of have a little bit, we came down off those all-time highs at $75, which is crazy. But at the price we're at right now, it's not too bad. It really depends on whether you think that, the shorts haven't covered and we will see the price continue upwards. I'm telling you guys, I'm probably not really buying right now at around the $30 level. I probably would pick up some shares there. So watch out for that. That being said, though, I think AMC on Monday will probably have a little bit of a run because a lot of people are planning on buying shares. We see Meet Kevin tweeting about buying shares in AMC, and even that alone is probably going to push up the price there. So that is that. Now, Hillcrest Energy Technologies, we haven't done a video here on, about 2 weeks, but it's still very bullish there. We did kind of come back down to that 0.21 level. We never really come below that, and if we do, it's still the 0.19, and other than that, we don't really come down much further there. Don Curry always has been saying in kind of their Q&A session there that they did a few weeks ago, how the company is going to look completely different in a year from now than it looks right now, and that has me extremely bullish on some potential partnerships moving forward. We know that RE brought Systematic on board, and they're working there on the hardware aspect because RE brought already the software aspect, and they are ready for commercialization but are looking for a better product because they think they can make more revenues off of a better product. It's really about kind of deciding on where the money that they have is going right now, and they want to make use of that as best as they can, and by doing that they don't want to yet go into commercialization because they think they can do it better with a better product, right? And that's why Systematic and RE are still working on the hardware there. We have Moskowitz again for big partnerships there, right? That's the president of Panasonic Canada. So you know, I do think we're going to see some big movements moving forward in heat, and I think it's a really good stock to be in. Same as MVMD. Those are kind of the two that I am the most bullish on right now, and you know, they are very risky plays, but I think they're doing the right things. They're in the right spaces right now. And so I think we're going to see movements in both of those in the next 2 years. We should have made a good amount of money on these. Like I said, for heat as well, even if they just go with those oil revenues and increase those kind of through the electrification of their oil fields there, the price should be around the 0.66 level, which is again about triple your money there already. But I don't think they're going to go for that because I think they have better technology in the works right now, you know, with RE, with Systematic there for the hardware, software, and that IP that they're going to go to commercialization with. TEVO as well is another one where this one got hit hard. You know, I bought it around right at the IPO, basically at the 0.6 level, wrote it up to about the dollar level, and I sold at the dollar level. It did go up to 1.3, but now it's back at kind of IPO levels. We're sitting around the 0.6 level right now. We went all the way down to like the 0.48 level. So I think the 0.55 level, if we do come down on Monday, which I think we might, is a good spot to buy because I don't see us really going much lower than that 0.55 level. We haven't yet, and that's kind of that IPO price there too. So do kind of watch out for that one as well. Now, moving into EXRO. EXRO is fantastic right now. We might see commercialization soon here. Of their coal driver, and they've had kind of big announcements lately too on their BCS, right, which is that battery control system. They've finished the pilot project, it's working properly, and that's kind of what I've said is always going to be that big driver of revenues moving forward, the coal driver, to kind of get them started here moving into commercialization. Yes, but in a year and a half from now, I think that BCS is really going to take over, especially for those EVs, right? We might not see the coal driver be adopted as much in EVs. We are seeing it, you know, for example, with the C Electric deal there, but you know, whether we see kind of full adoption there, I'm not sure about. But that BCS is going to be very important, I think, for that second life battery stuff that they're working on there, and that I think is going to be widely implemented into electric vehicles moving forward. So watch out for that. In the meantime, though, we do have commercialization of the coal driver coming soon here, potentially Q3 from what it looks like and what it sounds like. So EXRO, really good price right now too, kind of at that 0.39 or 3.9 level. I don't see us going much lower than that, but again, who knows, we'll have to see. So watch out for that too. Now, very good food company. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that we are still at such a low share price. There's so much going on here right now. You know, again, we've recently had the kind of Q1 financial result, and I'll do a little screen share here for you guys, and we can just kind of see some of the things going on here. Revenue increased. Now, this is Q1 2021 financial highlights, right? Revenues increased 680% compared to Q1 2020, right? 338,000 in revenue compared to $2.6 million in revenue, guys. And most of that is online sales, which is really good. They haven't even gotten to that wholesale, you know, part of their business yet, which they are looking to do because, again, Vancouver facility is opening soon. California, well, Vancouver facility is now open actually, but they're still working on kind of increasing production there to full capacity. Victoria facility also, you know, continually producing here, and then the California facility too coming out soon there. We have them starting to sell on Amazon now too, for those US orders, which is again very, very bullish in my opinion. They're doing extremely well here. They're looking to launch some new products too. Also, starting to have storefronts there to kind of show off their product, showcase their product. And yes, that's not going to generate as much revenues as kind of their other aspects, like that wholesale production, but also their online sales, which is very impressive. And we can see that right here, right? We have, the e-commerce sales as a percentage of revenue is 80%, roughly 80%. So that means 20% right now is wholesale. If they can keep that up, keep those margins up while continually increasing their revenues, that's going to be very, very, very good for Very Good Food Company. They're making a lot more margin off of those online sales. So if they can kind of keep those margins while continuing this growth, I do not see any reason why we should be at the $4.5 level. I do think we should be higher, especially with, these financial results are just fantastic here with these revenue increases. Products sold increased by 77%. Their margins are going to get better as their production kind of increases as well. And so really all things are moving in favor of the Very Good Food Company right now. E-commerce orders fulfilled obviously going up here, but wholesale revenue also increasing by 230% here. And again, I do just see that continuing, especially like I was just saying, when we see kind of production continually pushing down the cost of their products here, wholesale is going to want to pick up more of these, and they'll be able to because of the increase in production. But if we can again continue to keep this steady 80% in online sales with high margins, that's going to be, I cannot stress how good that's going to be for Very Good Food Company. They're really building this brand, and if they can get people to really go to their website, pick up this food, and it seems like they're able to be doing this and continue to do this, I just think it's going to be really good. Now we can see here adjusted gross profit was 36% of revenue in Q1 2021 compared to 37% in Q4 2020. So really staying about the same there. But again, once we see that production ramp up, we will see those costs come down. Again, gross profit's going to go up, and 36% of revenue with those online sales again are also going to get better as production comes down or goes up, costs come down. So watch out for all those. I'm bullish on all of them. We'll see what happens. Make your own decisions always. Check out your own stocks. I do want to maybe go into depth on some of these, next week here, where I can. I am very busy right now. I'm actually in the process of moving right now as well. So that's kind of why we've seen a lack of videos from me lately, but I did have time on this fine Sunday. So anyways, we'll see. I do kind of want to do a deeper dive into Very Good Foods here as well, because, I am actually more and more bullish on Very Good Food Company. Again, now that we've kind of come down and leveled out at kind of that $4.5 price, I do think we're just going to see upside from there. EXRO as well, big developments, right? Heat, decent developments there. MVMD, we should see some big developments soon. FCEL, the hydrogen industry as well. And keep investing, happy investing. And I'll see you guys in the next video, right?